Hey, you, hope you're well. My name is Nikki DeForest, and welcome to Exploring Spirituality, where we do just that. We explore all things spiritual. You may have noticed that I did not produce a video last week, and it was because I was in this, I was going through many cycles of growth. There were days where it was one cycle of growth after another, and lessons to be learned, and processing, and purging and releasing of the old. And it was a lot of energy. And there was a point where I was sent on and missions to go shopping. It was the first time I've ever been sent on a mission to go shopping. And I wrote about it in my blog this Monday. So I'll leave a link below if you're curious or just want to see what it's like from my perspective when a lot of growth is happening. My spiritual awakening has sped up over time, and these cycles moved really fast. I think I went through 3 or 4, 5, 6 healing cycles within the last 7 days, and it's been a lot. And so when I was approaching or considering to do a video this week, I knew that I wanted to share or was inspired to share the intentions that I set and the strategies that I use to navigate through these cycles of this fast cycles that are deep inner healing and growth. There was some inner child healing, and we ended up going very deep in some of these. And so I thought I'd share like the intentions that I set and some of the strategies or thoughts that I just keep in mind as I navigate through these cycles. And it is Mercury retrograde, so I am definitely going to be using my notes a lot. I may just take them off my, because I tape them to my stand here, and I usually look down and I kind of edit that out, but I'm just going to straight up look at my notes this time. Mercury retrograde is real, and it's really affects how I speak and think and how things just flow. So, oh yeah, and welcome to the jungle. I may have gotten a little crazy with the plants today, but I'm loving it. So we're gonna go with it. So first, a little anecdote about the healing process. And really what got me thinking about producing this video was one of the very first in this series of cycles of healing, one of the very first things I noticed was that I was feeling resistance. And I likely have been resisting my path all along. And I've got Taurus in my chart and kind of stubborn that way. And as soon as I noticed it, as soon as my awareness said ego's resisting, I took that as an opportunity to talk to my ego and just soothe it a little because these cycles are moving fast. I didn't have time to resist, nor did I have any interest in resisting. I wanted just to dissolve that. So I just talked to my ego. I said, I know we're moving fast. I know this is very scary, ego, but we need you to stop resisting. So you need to sit aside, sit down, and heart and soul have this cycle, have this healing. We've got it under control. So, well, control is probably not the word I used, but heart and soul have this in hand. So let's just ego set aside. And that was enough for the resistance to cease. And I loved it. And that is actually also how I got rid of my inner critic, by just talking to it, separating it from myself and talking to it and just saying, we've got this covered. We don't need your input. Thank you very much. We've heard you. Heart and soul are taking over. Let's go. So maybe that's another, I'm not going to call this tips and tricks. I don't know what I'm going to call it yet, but tips and tricks that's a YouTube thing. I'm not working on tips and tricks here. I'm going to share my wisdom, the things, the intentions that I use, and the way I navigate these challenging rapid cycles of growth and healing. And it's maybe not even just the rapid cycles. Even when my cycles of growth were a little bit slower, I would still use these intentions and these kind of strategies. So again, going from my notes because it's Mercury retrograde. Oh yeah, the first one, be patient. Be patient. We are moving at a speed on our either personal spiritual paths or in our awakenings. We are moving at the exact right speed. We are exactly where we need to be, when we need to be, and who we need to be. So, to the best of our ability, just release the anxiousness, release the pushing forward, and be patient. Be patient as our life unfolds. This is what's coming up for me now, and I'm just going to go with it. I have never been in a happier place in my life than I am right now in this moment. These last 7 days of this rapid growth and healing, I have shed so much old shadow. I have nurtured my inner child. I have released mindsets that are no longer working for me, those limiting mindsets that held me back. I have been releasing all this stuff and I've never been happier. And that is why I want to share these, I don't know, intentions for how I navigate these things. Next, be gentle with yourself. Be so gentle. It is not just our thoughts, processes, or those old mindsets, the closed way of thinking, the shadow energy, the wound, the childhood wounds. It's not just that we are experiencing. Yes, we are experiencing those, and our bodies are going through changes as these energies release from our body. Our bodies are changing. And I just learned this in a Christina Lopes video, her video this week. I'll also link to it below. And she talks about, I think it, Mercury retrograde, she talks about how the weird things that we can experience on our spiritual path. And one of them was like weight fluctuations. Our body will carry more weight when we are doing some of this deep energetic work. And then when the work is done, we shed and release, and we release the weight. My weight has been fluctuating throughout my entire spiritual awakening. And so when I learned that in her video, I was like, okay, I need to be more gentle with myself no matter what changes are coming through, whether it's weight changes, thought changes, or I'm just expressing some that negative energy that comes up. Just be gentle. Be gentle and kind, address myself where I am. If I need sleep, do that. If I need water, do that. If I just need kind and gentle words on us, do that. Like, just be gentle with yourself. We are experiencing extraordinary changes in our lives. Be gentle. Okay, next. Release resistance. And this goes back to what I was talking about. The ego was resisting, and I felt it, and I knew it was ego. And I knew it was ego, like playing small and being scared, like that old version of me that I've been working years to unload, to heal from. I recognized that in that ego that day. And so I released the resistance. And it is about So I've used different techniques to release resistance, mostly releasing the energy of resistance. Energy releasing helped me a lot, but I don't know. I felt like I turned a corner when I really talked to my ego and said, we know you're scared. We know we're moving fast. We don't know where we're going, and it's okay. And I think whatever strategies that we have to release that resistance, that's what we need to employ here, because resisting our path, our growth, our spiritual awakening means we are just slowing down. We are resisting progress. We are resisting that peace and inner peace and joy and balance and harmony that comes after we heal. Release the resistance. Release attachment to the outcome. Releasing attachment to the outcome because we don't know what's coming on our spiritual path. I feel such big, beautiful energies coming towards me that I don't know what they are. And that's not for me to know right now. By releasing attachment to outcome, it means we can stay present on our path, present in our journey, present in whatever day or thing we need to experience or cycle of growth. Just release attachment to the outcome and go with the flow. Hello. Trust the process. This for me is absolutely an affirmation. Because of my childhood wounding and everything that happened throughout my life, I learned, or my old mindset was, I had learned then that I couldn't trust. So a lot of my healing, a huge theme of my spiritual awakening has been trust. Trusting the process, trusting myself, trusting people, trust the process. So I often affirm this. I have complete faith and trust in spirit to guide me along my path. I have complete faith and trust in my heart to show me the way forward. I don't know if you could see me wiggle like that, but that is my heart and soul chiming in. They are loving this. I love that. I trust my soul path. I trust my soul to guide me forward. I trust the wisdom of my soul. Sometimes we just need to affirm trusting the process over and over and over until that becomes our new mindset. Trust the process. Allow the flow. I was just going to mention this. So when I trust the process, I will sometimes end those affirmations with, I allow the flow of my path. I allow the flow of energy into my life. I allow myself to flow with the energy. I have so many affirmations to allow the flow. And I really think it's helped. It's setting that expectation. It's setting my intention to flow with the energy. I love that. Oh, there's another one. I had it written in my notes. I choose to flow with my life. I choose to flow with abundance of energy and light. There's a million affirmations we can do about flow, because when we hit that flow state, that is beautiful. And it is not always. It is not always, especially as we are navigating through these I am twiggling so hard today. That's sweet. My whole team is here with me today, and I don't know if you can feel my energy. I don't know if I've done a video this energetic, this aligned in flow. This is why it's really important to get through these cycles of that deep healing and that inner work, even if it's inner child work or not, whatever shadow comes up, we get to address it. We get to talk to our inner team and have those conversations. I have turned a corner recently, and I will never forget the image that I was given clairvoyantly. I was shown a mountain. And I was shown as being on the other side of the mountain. Like I'd gone over the hump on the other side of the mountain, and intuitively and claircognizantly, I knew that meant that I was more healed than I was healing. Like they were showing me, I finally turned a corner where I am more healed than not. I wish that for you. I wish for you that these tools or these affirmations or these reminders that I'm sharing with you help you navigate your awakening path more easily, with more ease and grace and flow. And I hope that you get to experience this being on the other side. Obviously, I have way more healing to do, but just to know that I'm just more healed than not, I feel bliss. I feel at peace. I feel in flow. It's a beautiful thing, and I wish that for you so much. If this resonates with you, please remember to like and subscribe. I am truly grateful for your energy here, and I wish you best along your path. Till the next time on Exploring Spirituality, I love you. Be well.